Easter.
That's Easter again, hasn't it? And look, I've already got a genuine Easter injury, where I sliced my finger open with a bread knife when I slipped cutting open a hot cross bun. Such are the dangers of the season. So yes, Easter, a bizarre holiday due to its strange amalgamation of pagan and Christian beliefs. I think if you were an alien and came down and judged Easter solely on its merchandise, you would assume it's the time of year when Jesus of Nazareth was hatched from a chocolate egg laid by an anthropomorphic rabbit. So, yes, Easter, Poundland, seasonal stuff. You know where this is going, and tragically, it's mostly edible, which I'm not looking forward to. Let's start off with sweet Cred, our best friends at making crap that you have to shove in your mouth, with their hand-decorated Easter jelly pops. Looking at the faces on those, I really kind of wish you'd actually had them decorated by machine. Anything on the back? Oh, good God. Look at this. Ingredients. Every chemical that has ever existed. And some that haven't, that they just found in a meteor. Titanium dioxide in it. That's never something that exactly makes me think, better shove that in my mouth. Never mind. Here's the sweet Cred crew who we haven't seen for a while. All of them are mutants. None of them have a human-shaped head, except the dog. Right, what are these things then, apart from immensely frightening on several levels? First up, we've got what appears to be a chick with a very, very bent beak, and it's holding the corpse of a goose. Or is that a watering can? No, I'm going for goose corpse. This is actually horrible. It looks like it's rotting or something. No, I'm not pleased with this. It's kind of the Hannibal Lecter of the mutant duck world, I think. Next up, a slightly worrying rabbit looking off to its side in a manner which suggests it can't do anything else because its head is mutated. A bit like Sloth from the Goonies in rabbit form. Next, another rabbit, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. It's got flowers in its hand. It's got a weird muzzle like a cat or something. I don't know what they're going with here. Again, the head's sort of mutated as if someone sat on it for several hours, which could be what goes on in the Sweet Cred factory, who can say. And lastly, this monstrosity, whose eyes are looking everywhere. It isn't trying to go. It's got some sort of... what is that? Cheese whiz coming out of its hand? I don't actually know what cheese whiz is, other than it being referenced in the Blues Brothers, but I assume it looks like that. And the beak looks like some sort of horrifying tin-tack drawing pin that's been shoved on its face. There's something seriously creeping me out about those eyes, actually. Let's try one. Let's try this one, because it's the only one I've still got in my hand. Oh, it's going to take a month to open it, isn't it? Good thing I brought my penknife. Ha ha ha, take that, packaging. And, oh dear. Oh, crikey. I hate it when you open these. It just flings sugar and goodness knows what everywhere. Titanium dioxide, probably. Go on then, let's bite the bunny's ears. Oh, it's rock hard. It's rock hard. It just tastes of chemicals. That's deeply unpleasant, actually. Oh, great. I wouldn't mind, but I've got so many of these damn things to eat during this video. Oh, man. Let's just hope I remember the bucket to be sick in. Quickly, get something high quality. How about Kinder Surprise Easter Edition? Now, I have fond memories of these from when I was young. They did like a big plastic egg that my dad got me one year, and it had like a really cool big metal car toy in the top, and the bottom was full of tiny little Kinder eggs, just the chocolate. Oh. This one was slightly different. It had basically a big chocolate egg, which I've already eaten because I'm greedy, leaving only the big capsule in the middle, which is considerably larger than a normal Kinder egg, but nowhere near as big as the one I had when I was little. Humph. £4 this cost me. I have no idea what's in it. I hope it doesn't require a lot of assembly, or there is about to be a jump cut. Oh, it's something you pull with a ripcord. Oh, it doesn't appear to require any assembly. Actually, it's mostly cardboard in there. Thanks, lads. MagicKinder.com. I see, it's like a mutant bee thing that looks a bit like what you'd imagine the cereal mascot to look like. So you rev it up and it spins. Hang on. Man, I'm having trouble staying awake just at the concept. Does it go in this way or that way? It goes in this way. Ready, steady. This won't work on a sofa. No, it won't. I'm sure if I put it on a flat surface it'll spin a bit. But all that will actually happen is I will think that I spent £4 on that piece of crap. Very disappointing. It's not very big and it's not very exciting. You've let yourself down, Kinder. The stuff you did years ago was much better. Humph. Now I'm in a bad mood, which is the perfect time to make a hand puppet from this hand puppet kit. which is a scary skinned rabbit thing. Again, Poundland, except they were 2 for £1. I've already made the other one, which I'll show you in a moment. And let's see what sort of crap you actually get in these. Answer, a lot of very low quality, semi-plasticky feeling felt, really, with very big holes in it. Something a bit creepy about this, to be honest. It reminds me of the Silence of the Lambs. Here's the apron that, of course, all rabbits wear, and the actual parts consist mostly of little bits of felt to stick on it, I think. And also, if I can actually get this out, which may take several months, a huge bit of, I was going to call it cotton, it's more like wool, actually, very thick stuff, appears to be disintegrating, and a comically safe needle in order to shove through it to stitch it all together into a rabbit shape. Where's its mouth? It must be something that looks vaguely like something. There's a broken egg. Yeah, that's exactly the perfect thing you want on your rabbit. Bow tie. Yes, it's a very well dressed rabbit, isn't it? Oh, this is all just a load of rubbish. Would you like to see what one looks like assembled? Look. Chicks gone wild. I realised afterwards that probably wasn't a bra, but was actually a bow tie, and now I feel like a weirdo. Anyway, it's far too small to actually put your hand in, and it was a right pain to put together because the horrible wool stuff keeps coming unravelled out of the giant comedy safety needle. I don't think Chef Excellence's puppet is really going to be replaced by that. Or is it? It would be cheaper. I'll put that to one side and burn it. Right, just a quick thing here. Remember at Christmas time, where Poundland was quite happy to charge you £1 in order to give you what was a load of ripped up tissue paper? Well, at Easter, 99p stores will charge you 99 pence for Easter shredded tissue. It's just crepe paper, I think. Oh, now it's Easter. Well, it's quite plasticky. Was it supposed to be like grass or something? I had to go right to the back to get a green one. It was mostly random colours. This is just horrible. I'm going to be spending the rest of my life hoovering this crap up, aren't I? If you have a specific need for this and you don't mind spending 99 pence on it, then perhaps it's great. Also, perhaps your life is an absolutely lunatic waste of time. Oh dear. Where am I going to put this where it's going to cause max... Oh, I was trying to minimise the mess. I think it's too late for that, my friends. Good grief. How about something less messy? Like a painting kit. Create your own fab eggs. 6 craft eggs, 4 paints, 1 brush. That seems fair enough for £1. Keep the kids quiet for 5 seconds while they fling paint in each other's eyes. General advice. Paints are not toys, children. Using them must be supervised by a responsible adult. Well, that's me out then. Read the instructions before use, follow them and keep them for reference. Yeah, don't stick it in your eyes, we get it. 0 to 3 sad onions, always a welcome sight. What do you actually get? Some plastic eggs. Here's a blue one, a pink one and a white one. Originally there were 2 of each of these. They're very, very cheap. They've got big holes in them. But what do you care? I mean, all you really want are your paints here. Is there a brush? Yes, there is. And you can put some paint on it and then decorate them and they will be the prettiest things ever. I actually did some earlier using the classic British painting techniques. There we are. Now it really is Easter. Or alternately, now it's Christmas. Oh dear. Right, I've put it off long enough. Time for more things to eat, unfortunately. First up, Poundland cream eggs. This does not bear thinking about. From Riegel Confiserie, without artificial flavours and colours. Something in probably German that probably means without artificial flavours and colours. Yes, they're sort of in halves and also smashed. I should point out they weren't smashed in the shop. I think that happened on the way home. Also, the middles are sort of stuck to the outside and become very unappetising. Go on then. Are these going to be as good as real Cadbury's cream eggs? The answer to that is yes, I'll be bloody surprised. Oh, they're all flat, look. And nowhere near as big as are suggested by the packaging. This is naughty. What do they taste like? He regrets asking. Oh, Christ! Oh! Oh! I apologise for my massively unprofessional outburst there. That partially, well, most of that actually, is it took me by surprise. I was expecting these to actually be quite nice. What can go wrong with a bit of chocolate and some sort of confectionery stuff like that? The answer is quite a lot, apparently. That was absolutely horrifying. What the hell are these things made of? I don't know. Where is it in English? Sugar, cocoa mass, cocoa butter. So it's all standard stuff. Why is it so absolutely horrible? I have no... Well, just had a bit of an emergency clean-up operation there. I wondered why those were so unbelievable. I have never even considered that you would actually get something there that was literally infested with bloody great maggots. Don't really know how to proceed now, because I don't actually want to try any of the other food we had on offer. As what? No, what? Ugh, another jump cut. I do apologise, but I claim extenuating circumstances. My attention was drawn by somebody in the background there who handed me this. It seems, hilariously, that maggot wasn't real. It was from a series called Spiders, Insects, Maggots, Flies and Ants, from Jokes and Pranks, and yes indeed, this apparently did come from Poundland. And as you can see there, it comes with fake sticky maggots. And hilariously, when I went to wash my mouth out from the horrifying eggs, they slipped a rubber maggot on there and completely fooled me. Ha ha ha. April Fool's Day was nearly a week ago, you bloody idiots. Anyway, the fun we have. Also, I don't know then, if these chocolate eggs aren't rancid, why are they so horrible? Perhaps they are rancid, they're just not full of... I don't know. Perhaps it was just a shock of expecting something edible and then sticking something like that in your mouth. Oh well, let's continue, shall we? With a toy from the Americas. Well, I say toy, it's actually more food. Jumbo egg candy pop ring, artificially flavoured. Marvellous. Contains titanium dioxide again, oh good. Nutrition facts, basically it contains 0% of your daily recommended dose of anything you'd actually want in your body. Oddly, it doesn't specifically say Easter on the packaging. I've noticed that about American stuff. It very rarely specifies Christmas or any specific holiday. I don't know why. Don't really care. Let's slip it open with a knife and... not looking forward to this. Oh, it's hard candy. How bad can it be? What have we got? That is probably an egg covered in blue goo for some reason. This is of course the bright pink Easter Spaniel. And a chick. Oh, you can actually tell what that one is. I'm going to lick a spaniel. There we are. That's something you don't hear on YouTube very often. If I can actually open it. God, high security packaging. This knife is coming in handy. Ha! There is no escape from the melting... Was it supposed to be a rabbit, do you think? With its ears down? Floppy-eared rabbit? I don't know. It doesn't look like anything that's ever existed on this physical planet. Go on then. Let's lick it. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, it's just sort of chemicals with a vague fruit flavouring. Probably the best thing I've eaten so far, but that's not saying a lot. Tell you what, let's put you some... I was going to say I'll put it somewhere where it won't get sticky, but as currently the sofa is covered, and I do mean covered in horrible bits of gooey egg that I spat everywhere in horror, I don't think there's much can be done. But that was there, so hey, that's the clean-up operation. What can I have to take the taste away? How about my cute Biscuit Bunny? Cute enough to eat. Right, let's try and work out what's going on here. There's a rabbit's head in the background and two upside-down jellyfish in front of it. Are they supposed to be its feet or something? I don't understand. Also, there's a weird-looking bunny thing glaring at me with its misplaced eyes. But hey, there's a ribbon on it, so it must be quality. What is this? Decorated biscuit. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, blah, blah, blah. Contains wheat. Produced in a factory where egg, soy, milk, oatmeal, sesame, peanuts, and tree nuts are also handled. Basically, if you're allergic to anything, this will destroy you. Made in China for sweet heaven. Oh, goody. Sweet heaven is where you end up after eating a couple of these, I imagine. Come on then. Let's have a close look at the biscuits. Ooh, all individually wrapped for freshness or something. So how do these things work? They are supposed to be its feet or something. I mean, look Look a bit like the ghosts from Pac-Man after they've been infected by an alien disease. And here's the the world's most generic rabbit. Well done, lads. Right, how do we open this? How would kids eat these? You need the world's sharpest knives just to get into them. Come on then, biscuity, biscuity. More rubbish on the sofa that'll probably stick to it. And I can't actually get it off. There we are. Appetising. Let's bite one of its ears off. Yep. Well, the biscuit part is kind of tasteless, and the icing is just kind of unpleasant. Again, really not very nice at all, sort of chemically taste. All of these are terrible. There must be one decent bit of food in this amongst somewhere. Please, for the love of all that is holy, make my cute Mallow Bunny cute enough to eat, vanilla flavoured. Perhaps this will be nice. Hey, he's got a little hat, look. I don't want to eat this. Right, what's on the back? Sugar-coated decorated Marshmallow Bunny. Yeah. Adult supervision required if giving this item to small children due to a potential choking hazard. What, the box? Or the sweet? Well, that's a nice thought, isn't it? I gave my child cut-price sweets which were horrible and he choked to death on them. It was the best Easter ever. Right. Oh, this is very soft. That's something. This hasn't gone hard. Hang on, I've noticed he's got a dent in his forehead. He's been executed by the Russian mafia or something. And one of his eyes is massively I hadn't picked up. Look at it. My goodness. It's the runt of the rabbit litter. They thought by putting a blue hat on him nobody would notice. Come on then. Let's see what this is like if I can open it. Oh, doesn't actually need the scissors for that one. Let's pull his ear off. Then he'll never be able to listen in stereo again. Here goes everything. Does actually taste faintly of vanilla. That's all right. It's finally happened. Hallelujah. Something that isn't basically rancid. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like a, well, the vanilla-flavoured marshmallow thing with too much sugar on it. Congratulations. Sweet heaven, you've actually produced something that didn't make me want to vom my guts up. But don't worry, because a viewer has verified... I can't even say this without feeling ill. Just wait till you see this thing. An American viewer has very kindly donated something they bought in one of their cheapy shops over there, Dollar Tree or something. Spring Marshmallow Kabob. Look, it's a lot of marshmallow shapes, much like the rabbit there. Do you want to see something a bit horrifying? Best Buy, October the 1st, 2011. He said he didn't buy it until January this year, so it was several months out of date when it was being sold. Thank you, Greenbrier International Incorporated of Chesapeake, VA, Virginia? No idea. Oh well, you want to see how hard this is? You know how these things are supposed to be soft? Not in... Oh, I've got a free stick, that's something. You can probably guess these were out of date just by the feel of them. They're absolutely rock hard. We've got a bumblebee with blue wings. So, all over the sofa, man. Horrible orange butterfly thing. A pile of poo. Something that could possibly be a snail if you're very easily convinced that any item is a snail. And a blue butterfly, also covered in poo. I have a suspicion, actually, if I get a hard surface, such as this piece of wood, and what is supposed to be a soft mallow treat, and this hammer... No, it won't crack. I'm quite disappointed by that. It's too dense to crack, I think. Oh my god, there's still a bit of give to it, but... Yeah. Let's just compare sounds, shall we? Here is the soft mallow rabbit hitting the wood. Here is the soft mallow bee hitting the wood. Yeah, not so soft anymore. Thanks for sending that to me and attempting to kill me, and no, I'm not going to try and eat it. I still haven't recovered from those eggs earlier. And just a little extra something. This is actually left over from Christmas, but was very kindly sent to me by a viewer. It's apparently from discount clothing chain Matalan, and it's a reindeer Mallow Kabob thing, look. Except it looks a bit too much like Yes. Shall we just move swiftly on? And definitely not turn it over where it looks even ruder. Oh well, there we are. That's Easter ruined for me. Also my taste buds ruined. Oh man, what were those eggs? I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, have a good Easter, and I hope the bunny brings you lots of chocolate eggs and nothing even vaguely like this.